Yeah, it's the infamous one, Sean Shaw. Lao Tzu said the 1,000 mile journey begins with one single step. Now, I did a review on the movie Shame and Porn Addiction yesterday, and while doing my review, it was a guy. The channel was called The Bull. I don't remember the guy's name, but he talked about his addiction to pornography and how it ruined his first marriage, and how like he was 20 years old in college popping Viagra because he started porn so young. And it's like, dude, that's not good because I heard horror stories about dudes 23 years old taking Viagra and they had to get that vein slit and they can never get another erection. So that's terrible, horrible. Luckily, I've never had to go through sexual harassment drugs. Why am I bringing all this up? Because, well, he said something that's very important and I loved it. He said, victimhood is blaming and complaining. And I like that because, well, for some odd reason in our society, we've allowed ourselves to become weak. We think that, like, playing the victim is sweet, getting all this attention for being weak is sweet. And I'm like, why is that us? That's not us. We're champions, not chumps. But society is very much conditioned people to be chumps. That chump mentality. So we got to go back to the basics, I think. You got to always go back to the basics. And I'm reading a book by Dr. Susan Jeffers. I actually, whoop, fucking up my music, but it's okay. It's okay. We had a music change, but fuck it. Uh, is by Dr. Susan Jeffers, titled "Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway." This is a very phenomenal book. It's another one of Alvarado Curry recommendations, and I'm very much loving this book because it's talking about fear and anxiety and how people tend to they get very much so afraid and they fear rejection, and then they start shutting themselves off from what they could be, from what they could have, from reaching their full potential. Essentially, like we all do it to some degree when we're being fearful. And so I look back up my notes I like my stagnation rules. It's like stagnation are the six things that are going to make you suffer. Again, it's fear, doubt, indecisiveness, procrastination, laziness, and excuses. These six things hold people back, and that keeps you stagnant, and that gives you the victimhood mentality. Why have that victimhood mentality? I can honestly say this: growing up for myself, I rarely had positive reinforcements. I had a lot of negative reinforcements, but I listened to Les Brown, and he said someone's perception of you is not your reality, and that's just facts. I love that lesson because someone's perception of you is not reality. You really must understand that. A lot of people are going to talk negative about you, especially when you're striving to grow, especially when you're striving to change, especially when you're striving to be better. They're going to talk a lot of shite about you. They're just going to talk it, talk it, talk it, talk it, talk it, because that's what they do. They're afraid of what you could become. They're used to dealing with you in a certain way. They're used to making sure that you're a certain type of person. Like you're always gonna have negative you're always gonna have people who give you that negative reinforcements to make sure you stay stagnant. And they want you to be victims. They want you to keep that victim mentality. But here's the thing: when you're growing, you look at the victim mentality with disgust and you say, I want to put that behind me because that's no longer my life. And when you begin to do that, you begin to grow and change as a person. And when that happens, you meet the old relationships you had, they will change. Your old relationships will change. Now, for the better or the worse, that's up to you and the people you're dealing with. If they change for the worse, that means this person is not trying to help you get better. That means you need to put some distance between you and that person. But if they change for the better, this means that person wants to get better themselves. I have a good friend. I have like two friends in my life that I hang out with you two mainly because you two are better than me in the sense of you have your lives together. You two are striving for great things. You two make me want to be better. That's why I'm friends with you. And in turn, I give them positive feedback. I make them laugh. I do what friends do. It's good to have friends in your life, and it's good to have people in your life that want the greatest for you. If you're around people who don't want you to be great, then that's a problem. If you're sitting back playing the victim, that's a problem. If you're sitting back at home, not going out there and experiencing life because you're afraid of what the world says about you, that's a big problem. You must go out there and experience life. Everybody has a passion, everybody has a dream, everybody has a goal. It could be small and minute, as in I just want to be married and have some kids. It could be grand and big, as in I want to be a Fortune 500 company owner. You can have any goal you want, but it's all like that's why I like this book. It's like the fear of change is what we all have to deal with, but we all will change. The question is, will we move up the ladder of change or down the ladder of change? We should be striving to be champions. We should be striving for our greatness. I don't understand why we have all this divide going on. I actually do, but this divide that we have is like we have people who sit like a part of victim mentality is this. It's like I'm black. I look in the mirror every day. I see that. But when I was growing up, I was told it doesn't matter if you're black. You can succeed. You can make it. Just like in that movie Lean on Me when Morgan Freeman said, "Do not blame your parents. Do not blame the people around you. Do not blame the white man. Blame yourself." I took that to heart, and my grandma and my mother always put that in me. And then around like from 2014 to like now, we're telling black people, "Oh, you can't do it because your skin color. Your skin color is holding you back. Your skin color." We're not telling just black people that. We say that to Latino people. We say that to Asian people. We say that to white people now. It's like because you're white, you're so privileged, you don't deserve this. It's like, yo, you don't know this person. You got to understand, people come from all walks of life, and one way to blame, like when we keep dividing each other, we can easily become the victims. But when we seek to understand each other and say, yo, let's put aside our differences and come together, we build together. That's us as humanity. We are builders. We're champions because we like to cut, like I call us champions because great people stick together and make great things, and that's a championship in my opinion. Championships is not just in sportsmanship. Championships is in life. The little victories, like Arnold Schwarzenegger says, little victories add up, and that will give you the ultimate confidence in which your championship is your goal. What do you want in life? What are you going to gain in life? It's all on you, and the best part is you can do it. You have the ability to do it. You have the strength to overcome your weaknesses. You have the power to overcome your flaws. You have that. The only thing that stands in your way is you. That is the best news you're ever going to hear, because if you're the only thing standing in your way, then that means you can remove your problem, because the only one that can beat you is you. You're going to lose to you? Who's better than you than you? You're the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. That's why you're a champion, not a chump. So keep that in mind. Keep it going. You always got to strive to be better. I'm going to let you all go. This is from Sean Shaw. You have a good night. Last who said that 1,000-mile journey begins with one single step. So you're stepping. Every day is a step. Every day you're getting better. Every day. I like what Jordan Peterson said. Don't compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Compare yourself to who you are today. Because today you're better. Today you're better. Get better, be better, and I believe in you. You're a champion, not a chump. You have a good one.